Language of Desire by Felicity Keith. My shocking truth. What do you expect from an online relationship program? Men and women expect different things. And the Language of Desire, a relationship program, caters to the latter. Designed for women by Felicity Keith. It helps women become more confident with themselves. The program has been fairly successful in a short term, and perhaps the credit goes to the fact that it has a structured and scientific approach on how women can woo in their men and create the right atmosphere. From a relationship point of view, Language of Desire manages to strike the right chords, making women learn how much great a role good sex can play in a successful relationship. Most women are shy. Whether it is their first date or with a person they have been years with, when it comes to expressing their intimate desires, most women freak out. Language of Desire has specific modules and an online training approach that promises to make women rediscover their inner selves and not having to worry about the repercussions. The program helps women to learn dirty talking, without them feeling awkward or out of place. It helps women to rediscover their sexuality and primal self while creating their own version of intimacy and fantasy. Men love independent women who can dirty talk and who are in control of their sexuality and can express themselves well. And Language of Desire aims to do just that. Why do women need IT? Being a woman isn't easy. And it doesn't matter whether you are single or not. You might love to dirty talk, but remember, people can call you a slut before you know it. You might want to express your feelings to your guy, but he may reject you without you having a second chance. And you might not be able to hit it out with your crush only because you do not know how he thinks or wants. Dating a man isn't only about sexual prowess but the brain chemistry between you two. If you already have a partner, you would need to keep him happy. Kama Sutra can work fine, but it just teaches you about the sexual positions. What you need is something easy and something unique. Like writing your own erotic movie and enacting it. And even without having copulation, you can turn on the heat if you just know how. What exactly is the Language of Desire? Many ladies are unable to pinpoint the deepest, wildest fantasies of their men and are too nervous to engage in dirty talk and tired of trying and failing to impress their guys with creative sexual experiments. Many of these women have simply accepted the fact that they cannot provide their partner with the erotic stimulation they need. The Language of Desire by Felicity Keith is a revolutionary program that promises to change all this. With this product, women can learn how to drive their men wild without even taking off a single article of clothing. Nice girls can at last get all of the naughty tips they need for keeping their men turned on. The Language of Desire Felicity Keith is an online program with 10 complete modules that ladies can move through, picking up new seduction skills along the way. Each module covers topics like the male psychology, different aspects of the male/female relationship, intimacy, and erotic communication. The end of each module features a short test that lets women know whether or not they truly grasp the information that's been covered. Thus, when you use this tool, you have ample opportunity to ensure that you are building the right skills. At its most basic, it is a comprehensive training manual on the language of dirty talk. If you have ever found yourself fighting to find the right words while in the throes of passion, this is definitely the program for you. Not only will it teach the best words to say when you want to drive your man wild and make him sexually obsessed with you, but it will also help you to find your own unique sexual qualities and flaunt them. You can feel and be sexier, while ensuring that your man only has lustful thoughts for you. Module I, the intro. In this part you'll get to know the author Felicity a lot better and learn why she's so devoted to Laud. If you think so-called good girls aren't supposed to think a certain way sexually, then you'll find out why that isn't the case here. Module 2, become a sexual superwoman. As women, we're very worried about being labeled a certain way when we show certain sides of ourselves. We don't want to be called a slut or something worse. So what do? We hide those urges in the recesses of our minds. When we're with our spouse, we want to assume they can just read our minds and know what we want. This module is all about the author showing women how to speak in a dirty way without feeling bad about it. It's about getting rid of the mental programming that stops them from being more sexually open. For example, you'll learn the Madonna moan, which is based on copulatory vocalizations. This technique is not about pop music. It's about learning to tune into the sexual superwoman at the core of your being 100% present with your desires and sensations, and learning to powerfully vocalize your rapture in a way that will make his toes curl in the best possible way. Module 3, loving man's best friend. As the old saying goes, men are like microwaves when it comes to sex and women are like ovens. Men want porn-style sex and adoration from a woman. Women prefer things to be more on the romantic side. There needs to be a build-up, which requires things to move at a slower pace. As a woman, if you learn to understand more of what your man desires, then he'll be likely to return the favor and provide what want. What you will learn: how to speak in a more primal way sexually. A list of dirty words and different phrases to practice. More about why so much of a man's ego is wrapped into his penis and why he wants you to virtually worship it. Module 4, brain chemistry and sex. A lot of women just don't understand how men think when it comes to oral sex. Men are hardwired to love it more than they love football, tools, or a steak dinner at their favorite restaurant. There are all sorts of scientific evidence in this module teaching you about the pathways in a man's brain and other information. Why is this important? Because of how you'll be able to use Pavlovian-type methods to condition your man. What you will learn: how to designate a specific object or action in order to program your man to expect oral sex. Each time he observes you doing a certain action or sees you with the object, it will set off a Pavlov erection. You learn in the sexual singularity section about a phrase men just love to hear. You'll be surprised you never thought of it. Module V, erotic action movie technique. There's a lot of information in this module that's going to help you learn how to be more energetic in the bedroom. You see, sex isn't about just needing to be sexually fulfilled. It's about needing to be entertained as well. Think of it as food. A man wants to be fed sexually and mentally. In order for this to be the case, you have to know how to leave a man wanting more, expecting more, and being excited about what's going to come next. That's what this section is all about. Module 6: Desire Intensifiers. It's very important not to have sex just for the sake of having sex. You want there to be build-up. You want there to be a lot of tension, because when it's channeled right, then the end result can be spectacular. What you will learn: how to use word foreplay in order to connect better and create strong sexual tension. When and how to use the tease intensifier method. This is important if you want your man to be eating out of the palm of your hand. Think of it as a part of the push-pull game a lot of couples engage in. As a woman, when you use these, you'll be firmly in control. You'll learn in the oral intensifier section about priming a man before oral sex. It goes into detail about everything related to giving a man oral sex. This is going to help you feel more sexually powerful as a woman. Module 7: Upgrade Relationship Status. Any woman who is into casual dating is going to appreciate this module. You might be casually dating, but you want something long-term most likely. So what you'll learn here is how to take stock of a man's qualities away from the bedroom. You'll get a lot of useful advice here and even a few warnings. What you will learn: how to hook virtually any man you're dating and draw him in with the skills you've learned. Module 8: Getting Your Fantasies Met. The previous modules are mostly about showing you as a woman how to cater to the sexual whims and fantasies of your man. Well, in this module you'll start learning how to get some of your own sexual fantasies met. What you will learn: different keywords associated with fantasy sex, clothing as well as places. How to script the type of fantasies you have and record it inside of a journal. How to text different clues, give indirect suggestions, and tease a man into picking up on what you want. In the part titled 50 Shades of Experimenting, you'll learn about some very intense sexual exploration that's not for the faint of heart. These are designed to build a strong level of trust. Module 9: When sex isn't possible. Let's say that you and your partner have a wonderful sex life. Each person is fulfilled. What if something happens to drive a rift in that? It can happen. One person can start to travel a lot, or a medical problem can come up. What can you do in order to keep the furnace burning then? Well, in this module you're going to learn more about sexual satisfaction outside of conventional penetrative sex. For example, using Skype to send dirty pictures in order to make a man's temperature rise. Module X: Dirty Talk Mastery. All of the modules come together here in order to help fine-tune your skills. The goal here is for you to get the big picture. You'll be able to fine-tune any part of the program you might still be struggling with. In the last part of the module titled Planning Dirty Deeds, the author tells you about how to pace your newfound sex life so you don't get sexually exhausted too soon. Who isn't the Language of Desire program for? Women who are not interested to dirty talk and are content with how things are, without wanting to confidently express their sexual feelings, may not find this program useful. How good is the Language of Desire program? If you're one of those women who want to be with a man of their dreams, this program is for you. If you're looking to mix with guys and dirty talk with them without you being labeled a slut, this can be for you. And if you're looking for something to spice up your married life, dirty talking, and enjoying each other even 2 decades after marriage, this one is for you. As a woman, you need to open up to your man without the fear of rejection or being turned down. You need to understand that being sexy or unearthing your sexual desires isn't about going against you being a woman, but is instead realizing who you really are. It is about making the guy you want fall for you and making the guy you have be happy with you. This program includes 60 days money back guarantee. If you are not satisfied with this product, you will get full refund amount, so your investment will be very safe. Click on below link, you'll get your discounted copy here. Get your hands on Language of Desire program right now at paulra.me/languageofdesire.